One of the mistakes that rookie officers make, and we still make them to this day, is you read a claim, you read the details of the claim, and you make those assumptions. I would caution you to do that. Be careful. There's another side to that story. The employer may very well have a very good, a valid explanation. You need to hear both sides. In the end, I should be able to open up that file and in a couple of minutes get the gist of what the case is all about, the parties, all the evidence that was gathered by the ESO1. So why do I like my job? I get to come here today, and if you ask a lot of questions, I may get overtime pay. I think the biggest one, the number one, and John alluded to it as well, I feel like I'm making a difference. I feel it in my heart. Whether I recover or we recover $5 or $5,000 for a claimant, we're putting the money in the hands where it belonged in the first place. $5 might not be a lot to you and me, but people will say that that money helped them pay groceries that week, or it helped them pay rent, or it helped them buy diapers. I like the autonomy of the job. I love people, I love being around people, but because of the nature of the work, it's nice to be by myself, to run my day, to be able to run my day. I work independently, we all work independently, with very little supervision. Carrie is not at our desk night and day. We are not micromanaged. We have control of our day-to-day activities. How many of you can say that? It's a pretty special thing. We're allowed to meld, or I call it meld or gel with our coworkers. I like my coffee break thing. I like to speak with staff on a non-professional level. Don't like to talk about work. Let's talk about something else. We have coffee breaks. It's a great thing. Our pay scale, as you noticed, is pretty competitive. We work a 36.25-hour week. Take that amount and divide that, and you can figure out what you're making. We can brag if you want. If you go to the website, when you go to the job search site, the Go Job site, right on the left-hand toolbar there, you'll see that we're the top 100 employer in Canada for 2009. We're the top employer in the GTA, top 75, and one of the best diversity employers of 2009. I get to speak to various members of the public. That's a pretty cool thing. Get to speak to employers, employees, different people every single day. HR personnel from various workplaces, lawyers, accountants, bookkeepers. Every claim is different, it's not boring, and John said that too. We deal with construction workers, retail workers, mushroom growers, tree growers, chicken catchers. Not sure quite what they do, but I imagine them as being very thin, and they run very quickly. The legislation keeps us on our feet. Boy, oh boy. Lots of changes in our legislation. The training that you will get will take approximately 6 weeks. Don't quote me on that, but 6 weeks for sure, if not more. I've taken that training. I've taken conflict resolution training. This is just in the last couple of years. I've taken conflict resolution training, personality dimension seminars. We all went to one of those. I've had enforcement training, note training, women's training, skid school training. We job shadow within the office. There are secondment opportunities in the government. It's incredible. We have a great benefit plan, solid pension. One of the best. I think I've said enough. I've stuck to my sheet for the most part, so Kara's going to be really happy about that. And I now introduce you to Miranda Mayhew, who is a co-worker fellow officer, but also involved with our Healthy Workplace Committee. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Minik. So I probably won't pace around as much as Minik. I'll try to stay still. And so I just want to echo John and Lacey and Minik in saying that I do find my duties as an employment standard officer very fulfilling. One of the most important aspects of this position to me is helping people. That's my big goal, is to help people. And it's to help them to achieve resolution. Sometimes we have to relay the information that the resolution is not exactly the outcome they expected, but that's part of the job. Sometimes that can be difficult to do, but that's part of your communication skills that you need. So that is one of the main reasons why I love my job at the Ministry of Labor. However, another really big piece that I really love about my job is the Healthy Workplace Committee. So as you'll see from all these lovely pictures, we have a great team. You can see it in everybody's faces. It's obvious. We're very close. So given the organizational structure that Carrie had explained earlier, and having such a large group that works very closely together, the Healthy Workplace Committee really plays an important role in fostering a positive environment and keeping everybody connected. Okay. In our planning, we try to focus on things that support all aspects of wellness in the workplace, and we plan and implement activities that encourage physical activities, mental health and emotional well-being, and the activities occur in the office, outside of the office. I'll give you some examples. So we recently had a fun get-together at Treetop Adventures. That was great, very exciting. We organize charity donations. We have regular potluck lunches. We love our potluck lunches. We have one coming up. It's a Chili Fest theme. We're really excited about that. One of Monique's great ideas was a book exchange. So we share our wonderful reads in the office. And we have group fitness challenges. I'm pretty high energy, so I like to expend my energy with getting some fitness activities together. And we have bowling nights. There's a lot of social opportunities. We also focus on physical well-being. We're doing health assessments. There's all kinds of aspects that we try to touch on. We try to be very holistic in the wellness initiative. So we do all types of celebrations, as you can see by the photos, milestones, employee achievements, birthdays, you name it, we do it. So we have a very large complement of skilled people at the PCC. So as you can see, we have a large team. So the Healthy Workplace Committee is an outlet for staff members to share their many different talents. Okay, we're all talented and skilled officers, but we have a lot of hobbies and other skills that we can share. And also, one thing that is very important about all this, it's nice to talk about a Healthy Workplace Committee, but it won't go anywhere unless you have a manager that walks the talk. So Carrie, our manager, is very, very active, and she really supports and encourages all participation in all of the events and all different kinds of events. So we try to capture everything. And so also John had referred to a second to none attitude. We have all these events, and those pictures right there do show quite a few people. It's not everybody that participates in every event, but we have a great participation rate in all of the events. So because it's so diverse, and everybody has an opportunity to participate and even suggest things they'd like to do, it's very collaborative. Okay. So what you see there are some screenshots of the staff newsletter that I am lucky enough to be editor of. Again, it's very informative, but it's a very fun communications piece. It keeps everybody informed of what we've done and what we expect to be doing. I encourage all kinds of contributions of every kind. I welcome people to submit all kinds of articles, any kind of suggestions, quotes, comics, everything. It's supposed to be a team-building piece, and I think it has achieved that effect. It has a pretty wide readership as far as I'm concerned, and it's looked forward to each issue that comes out. And saying that, our jobs can be very stressful, so it's nice to balance that with this fun, creative piece. So, in addition to the satisfaction that I do receive in my officer duties, I have a great creative outlet, which I really feel is very important in my overall job satisfaction in being able to do something like this. So, in saying that, I'm going to hand it back over to Lacey, and she will